Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, guys. Introduce us from the smart group. Want to have a dialogue about economic activity. Previously, introduce my name is Irfan Ahmadi Simanjunta.
Nadia Sarang Tagalog.
Ramadan Saputra Siregar.
Arman Saputra Baho.
Let's start the dialogue. Hi, guys. How are you, everyone? I hope we are all in good, healthy always.
I am healthy too, and you?
I am healthy too.
I am also healthy was it's just that my world is not healthy.
I am healthy too. If you ask me about my empty wallet, my wallet is also not healthy.
Lately, I have been very busy thinking about my expenses and family every day, especially my small salary and never increasing, even the expenditure and price of food and clothing what which increases in price every month.
Did you know that is inflation and why in Indonesia there is always inflation is the fault of money in Indonesia always with me.
This is how every year happens. Inflation will soon turn into hyperinflation in Indonesia.
What is inflation? Why are we talking about inflation?
Inflation is a continued increase in the price of goods and service. Inflation occurs in the country arising from deficit in state income and expenditure. While the source of inflation increase origination from abroad arises from countries that are trading partner experience high inflation. So the definition of inflation so that you all know about inflation.
So what is the difference between inflation and hyperinflation? Is the same?
The difference is that inflation is a continuous increase in the price of goods and services, while hyperinflation is an increase in the price of goods that rises 15% to 100% within a period of 1 month.
Does inflation affect the currency?
Yes, high inflation within a country can break down a currency because it can, can no longer afford the some goods and service as before. For example, in Indonesia, if the rupiah exchange rate continues to weaken, it will trigger inflation. The price of goods in the country will increase, especially for goods or products that are processed from import goods because producers have to spend even more prices to buy raw material from abroad at import.
Oh, so that's why my salary is still low and there is no salary increase. Even though my son fees for school are very expensive. Not to mention my high school fees and all costs.
Be patient, my friends, that what life is like. Sometimes some are difficult and some are expensive. Life is not to be thankful for. Maybe your sustenance will increase and increases in the future. So keep the spirit of living this life, my friends.
I am also confused. When will I work after graduation and which company will accept me to work?
I am also confused about whether after undergraduate I will be Moreover, it is very difficult to find a job in Indonesia.
Yes, finding a job in Indonesia is very difficult. More in Indonesia, there is always KKN.
KKN stands for corruption, collusion, and nepotism. Corruption is the misappropriation or misappropriation of state money or foundation or corporate or organization and is used for personal gain. While collusion is malicious cooperation carried out by two or more people in the misappropriation of state money or organization that can be harmful. Real nepotism is prioritizing family or friends without going through selection and not having the skill or expense needed.
That's right. The unemployment rate in Indonesia is reaches 4% of undergraduate of graduate of sarjana SMK, SMA, SMP, and even elementary school graduates.
Astagfirullahaladzim. So if we are undergraduate, whether we are unemployed, there are many people in certain districts. In Bulgaria, it's very difficult to find a job. Even if we want to work, there must be insider.
So, what causes unemployment in Indonesia?
Unemployment in Indonesia occurs due to economic growth that is much smaller than the growth of the labor force. The number of jobs available is smaller than the number of job seekers. The competence or expertise of job seeker is not in accordance with what the company needs, and the occurrence of layoff carried out by a number of companies.
So, my friends, what are the consequences of unemployment in Indonesia?
The consequences of unemployment are many. One of them, first, national income is declining. People's per capita income is low. Labor productivity and wages are low. Investment, interest, and capital formation are low. Poverty is increasing. People's welfare levels are low, and divorce rates are increasing due to economic factors.
So, if this continues to destroy the country, is there a solution to prevent unemployment in Indonesia?
There must be, my friends. All problems must have a solution. As long as we as Indonesian citizens agree and there is an interest in changing to advance the economy of our nation, one way to overcome unemployment is to encourage investment in sectors that promise new jobs, increase access to education and skill training needed in the job market, provide incentives for companies that create jobs, expand job opportunity for job seekers, kill preparation and corruption, and reduce collusion and nepotism.
Wow, that's right, my friend. If this is applied in Indonesia, maybe the Indonesia that will become a developed economic country. People work maybe Indonesia will become a country whose standard of living encourage and prosper far from profit.
I totally agree with Arman. If this is happens, maybe we will also be happy and feel safe and even trust the government.
All these things are very difficult to happen in Indonesia. It is like a dream in good daylight that will not be achieved forever.
Guys, what time is it now?
9 o'clock past 30 p.m.
It's late at night. Let's go home, everyone.
Come on, tomorrow we will talk again, my friend. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night to
and
and
see
see
you